Hey, roofers and HVAC business owners. So, if you've built up some recurring revenue through service, contracts, maintenance plans, or monthly memberships, first off, that's great, right? You're thinking long term. But here's the truth, right? A lot of recurring revenue looks good on paper, but when you dig into the numbers, right, it's actually dragging your profits down. So, today we're breaking down why this happens and how to fix it. So reoccurring revenue on paper, it sounds great, right? Predictable income, monthly contracts, easy cash flow. But if you're not tracking it the right way, it could actually be quietly draining your profits. So I'm talking to my roofers and HVAC businesses on this. So I'm talking to my roofers and HVAC business owners on this one because a lot of you have already set up maintenance plans or reoccurring service contracts, right? Thinking is your ticket to stability. And that mindset is actually not wrong, right? But today I'm going to show you what's really going on under the hood and how to fix it better before those plans cost you more than they actually bring in. So, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Marika and I work with roofing and HVAC business owners who are looking to grow smart, right? Especially when it comes to setting up maintenance plans, service contracts, and steady revenue and steady recurring income. But here's the truth, right? Just because money's coming in consistently doesn't mean you're making money, right? And if you're not tracking things the right way behind the scenes, you might be shocked at how much you're actually giving away. So, one of the biggest issues I see with service plans and maintenance contracts is this false confidence in the recurring revenue, right? So, you see those payments hitting your account every month and you think, cool, right? This is working. But what you haven't looked at is right what you haven't looked at is what is actually costing you to deliver. So let's break it down, right? So say you charge $300 a year for maintenance plans. Say you charge $300 a year for a maintenance plan, right? Sounds like easy money. But then 2 trips a year, right? Plus fuel, your text time, maybe a filter or two. That's about 250 to deliver minimum, right? Toss and admin time to schedule, follow up, and now your $300 plan is barely clearing $50, if that, right? So multiply that by dozens or hundreds, and now you're looking at thousands in lost profits. So here's a reality check, right? Reoccurring doesn't automatically mean profitable, right? Especially if you're building too many services or underpricing the actual value of what you're delivering. So if you're not tracking the cost side of these plans, you might be scaling something, right, that's secretly draining your business. So the real danger, right, is not understanding the full cost of fulfilling your plans, right? Free tune-ups, filter swaps, travel time, fuel, all of it adds up fast, right? And if you're not counting, right, every piece, you're probably underestimating how much these contracts are really costing you. So let's run the numbers, right? So you've got 100 customers on a $25 a month plan. That's $2,500 a month or $30,000 a year, right? But each visit costs you $60 in labor, fuel, and admin. So 2 visits per year for 100 customers is $12,000 in cost. Add in overhead, right? Admin time and taxes, that's 20 that $25 a month suddenly nets you less than $5 per customer. So you're doing all of this work and only keeping $500 a month out of the $2,500. Right? And don't forget about the admin costs, right? So if your office manager is spending 10 hours a week managing these plans and they earn $25 an hour, right? That's $1,000 a month just in back end payroll. Over a year, that's $12,000 gone. So that's before you even factor in follow up calls, right? Text scheduling or managing cancellations. And here's the thing, right? Admin costs are real, even if they're not on a job site, right? So if you're not tracking them, you're eating into your margins without you ever seeing it, right? So every call, every reschedule, every billing issue, that's time and payroll you're spending to deliver those simple service plans. So here's a sneaky profit leak. You're not tracking your profit by And here's a sneaky profit leak. You're not tracking your profitability by plan type. So a lot of contractors bundle all of their maintenance or service plans together and assume they're all working, right? But some plans might be solid, right? Others are total losses. And if you're not, breaking it down, you'll never know which is which. So here's what you do, right? Break it down by plan tier, basic, standard, premium, or whatever you name your plans, right? And then break it down by customer type, residential or commercial. Track both revenue and costs for each group, right? So don't guess, right? Look at the numbers. They'll show you where your money's actually coming from. So I had a client, right, who thought their premium plans were big money makers, right? But once we separated the numbers, they were actually losing money because, they were including way too many extras. So we restructured the offer, raised prices, and suddenly it did become profitable. And you can't fix what you're not tracking. So this question came from an HVAC business owner down in Florida. We've got a few different service plans, but we've never really tracked profit by type. Is that really necessary if everything looks okay overall? And here's what I told him. So looking okay overall can actually hide a lot of issues. So some of your plans might be solid, right? But others could be actually bleeding money and you've never known unless you break it down, right? So tracking profit by plan type gives you clarity, right? It shows you which plans needs a price bump, which ones are over delivering, and where your true profits is coming from. So that's how you stop silent leaks and actually grow the right part of your business. So recurring revenue should support your business, not strain it. But to make it work, you've got to track it right, price it right, and adjust when it's no longer profitable. So because if you're not checking those things, right, you're building your business on shaky foundation. So if this hits home, go check out my blog, the one basic KPI that will tell you if your membership plan is making or losing you money. So I'll walk you through how to calculate net profit per member, right? What to include in your cost model and how a small shift like a price bump or smarter scheduling can flip your numbers. It's all at my website. So, and if you're not sure if your maintenance plans are actually profitable, book your free profit and tax analysis at my website as well, right? I'll help you spot what's working and what's bleeding your margins. So it's no pressure, just real numbers and real insights. I'm Marika, helping roofing and HVAC business owners build tax strategies that grow with them, not against them. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.